Hello once again, this is Omobola Stephen. I'm your host on Life Well Lived. Life Well Lived by Omobola Stephen is a self-improvement and personal development podcast with the occasion of experts and professionals who come to the show to share disruptive mindshift content on any topics on the personal development and self-improvement. Today, I have Erez Agam, who is an author and a sales expert. Welcome to Life Well Lived, Erez Agam.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Awesome to be here.
Awesome to have you on the show, Erez. Now, I'm looking forward to your professional insights. Erez, you'll be talking about, your life experience, your personal life experience, living in Germany. My audience like to know more, and they like you to expound more on this information. Now, you wrote a book, Berlin Immigration Secrets. What are the major takeaways that my audience can learn from?
Well, first of all, I'd like to address the audience and state that right now our world is changing so fast. It's a bit difficult to track down after everything that's going on. But in general, immigration is booming right now. Immigration is booming, and I think people are immigrating now more than ever. This have never nobody saw anything like that before, and I think I came here. I saw a lot of people from Africa, and I know that a lot of people that are located in Africa are dreaming about new destinations. They want to earn more money. They want to develop their professional career. They want to start a new life, build a new life. And that's why I think it's going to be very, very interesting for the listeners and the viewers, because I think one of the biggest issues, one of the biggest difficulties is to step out of the comfort zone. You have a lot of questions. How do I start? What do I do? Do I need to have an immigration lawyer? Do I need to save money? How do I do this thing? Because I think the most difficult part is to start. But once you start, it's going to get more and more easier within time, within your immigration journey. So as for me, I come from a Middle East country. I'm originally from Israel, but I always had this dream that I wanted to live elsewhere. It was in me from a very young age, and I always wanted to know what it's like. And I always had this dream. This thing was always in me. I always dreamed as a child that I live elsewhere. Back then it was the US, the land of opportunity, land of dreams, and so on. But things have changed dramatically, and we see nowadays more and more people are coming to Europe, especially Germany. We see refugees, we see immigrants, we see expats, we see people from all over the world, and the reason for that is because, in general, the reason, there are lots of reasons, but I think the main reason is because Europe is willing to accept people nowadays, especially Germany. In Germany, nowadays the situation is that they need more young labor force, so they still accepting. And even if right now a lot of people are coming, but then it's not enough, they need more. So it makes it easier for people to immigrate. Now I'd like to tell you myself, because see, the thing is, for me, it was not all about I wanted to immigrate, but I was not happy with my native country. I lived in a very political area, tense area, and I didn't want it for myself. I didn't see any reason why I should not. I always wanted to have a better future for myself, and that's what led me to ask myself, okay, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What are your dreams, and so on? So, and then when I asked myself those questions, I realized that my future is not there. So one hand I had this dream, on the other hand, I didn't see any future with my situation, and that's what led me to search a destination for myself, a permanent destination that I want to build my life all over again. And then, I started to read more about information about immigration in general. And then, I looked into countries, into new destinations, and then I chose Germany. I chose Germany as my final destination. And actually, because there are a lot of destinations out there, people ask me why you chose that destination. So the main ones were number one, a strong economy. As you know, Germany has the strongest economy in Europe and the low crime rate. Germany also has the strongest uh, uh, better conditions and benefits for its residents and citizens. It's also combined a social economic model with a capitalistic one. And it feels very, very safe, to walk around the streets. So this is number one reason. Also wanted a high quality of life. Here you have one of the best transportations in the world. So the fact that I don't have to own my own car is a huge relief for me. I can just if I want, I can just rent a car or take a train, which makes it much more easier for me to move around. So the second reason was a low cost of living and an apartment rent. While other major cities, I'm sure you know, as New York, London, they have a very high cost of living. Here you have basically a low and a reasonable apartment renting prices. Even now, it's getting more and more expensive. Actually, the whole world is getting more expensive, unfortunately. But it's still, if you compare it to other destinations, it's pretty low. The third reason is actually my possession of an Israeli passport, and I'll explain it. So I found out that as an Israeli, I can just come to Germany without a visa, and then once I find a job, I can stay immediately. I can do the bureaucratic procedures from within, and then I can stay. And for me, it was very appealing because I can come with basically without any visas or anything like that before, and this is what happened. Actually, I came with nothing, only with a suitcase, and then I managed to do everything within. Now you must ask, okay, what will happen if an African person with an African passport will come to Germany? So for that, also I can suggest several alternatives. I have actually an African colleague. She's originally from Cameroon, and she was 26 when she came. I think her parents actually encouraged her to come, and she actually started very, very small. So what she done, she actually registered. She actually came to study. She studied in the university. She's done her BA degree, bachelor degree, and that what led her to stay in Germany. Of course, if you find a job in Nigeria, which can be much harder, you can apply for a visa, but then it can take you longer. So she actually was a young lady from Cameroon. She actually registered. She actually registered to be a student, and after that, after she finished her studies, she was granted 18 months as a job seeker visa. So it means that she can stay up to 18 months in Germany and search for a job. Of course, she found a job, and then now she's able to stay. So what I'm saying is you got to ask yourself, okay, what is the best strategy for you? Why you want to come to Germany? You want to come straight to work? You want to come to study? Because there are a lot of options. There are artist's visa, freelancer's visa, student visa, and so on and so on and so on.
All right, Erez,
So,
how about family visa? How about family relocation? Is it possible?
So there is no such a thing as a family visa. You can come as a family,
no family
but then again,
relocation.
I'll explain. So if you do not have any connection, okay, any German connection, if you are married to a German, for example, it's going to be easier. But if you are coming on your own or with a family, it doesn't matter. You will have to build yourself from scratch. There are no shortcuts. And this is very, very important to understand, because people think, hey, let's relocate, let's immigrate. But things are not going to be easy. And this is also important that people will know what they're getting into, because it's a full-time job, it's a commitment for a lifetime. So unlike a relocation or a short movement, an immigrant will know that he will have to dedicate his life, at least, within his first years. So take it seriously. It's a full-time job. It's a non-stop job. You'll have to work hard during your first years, but then it's worth the price at the end, because then you will have to you'll have a better future 100%. It's I
Now,
speak with a lot of.
yeah, Erez, my question is it easy to move one's family, right, to Germany?
So I'll answer that, because see, I've done it on my own, and I was happy to do it on my own because I had no
Not you
responsibility.
moving at the same time.
So
That's the question. You're moving at the same time.
So I'll explain. If you are deciding that you want to move as a family, okay, you got to know that you'll have to work as a team, because the last thing that you want to do is create argument within the family. And maybe the husband, he has an idea to immigrate, and then the wife is less interested in it. So first of all, what I do recommend is to speak with your spouse, speak with your kids if you have kids, and then make a decision together, then make a commitment together. It's going to be much easier, because of course it's doable. It also depends on your character, because for me, because I'm so-called, I see myself as a lonely wolf. I like to do things on my own, because I can, for me, things are going much faster and I can accelerate the process. It was easier to come alone. I actually found myself doing things and accelerate things better. So it really depends. If you work as a team, if you know that you'll have to work together, you can do it.
Right. How about
Anything
funds?
is possible.
How about the funds, raising funds?
What do you mean raising funds for
Yes,
what?
how about raising funds for relocation, right? Now we're
No,
talking
I,
about
I,
moving your family over to Germany, right? Directly.
yeah. So why won't you want to raise funds? I mean, just save some money, work in you have your source of income, raise earn money, and then relocate, immigrate. You don't have to do any funds activities or anything like that. Once again, there is no shortcut. You got to understand that you everything is up to you. The world, as I write in the book, the world doesn't owe anyone nothing, and this is the hardcore truth.
That's right.
So I do suggest, do not take any loans, don't do any funds activity, don't do anything that can jeopardize you later on, or don't be depending on anybody. If you know somebody and he's willing to help you out, great. But as a starter, I would suggest to take responsibility, read information, know what you're getting into, because the journey is not going to be easy, first of all. And second, even if you will experience difficult time, take under consideration that you will have to take care for yourself. Nobody will take care of you, not the German government, nobody. You'll have to do things on your own. And this is
That's
the most
very
important thing.
Sure. Now,
There are no shortcuts.
I like to ask this question from you. Doing business in Germany, is it as difficult as people see it to be?
No, on the contrary. No. Why do you think it's difficult? Why made you think it's difficult?
That's the question to you. You've been in the system. Do you think it's difficult?
No, it's like any other place in the world. I mean, I think that this place is better both for salaried employees and business owners, because we are living in a non-corruption state. It means that you have more transparency to the with the government. It means that the government can help you if you're a business owner. It means that as a salary employee, you'll receive more benefits. You'll have rights. And also, I stated in the book that as an employee, it's going to be a bit difficult to fire you if you know your rights. So you have to stand up for your rights, because everything is with contracts. As a business owner, you receive benefits. So, for example, I can give you a simple example if you like to hear. So, during COVID time, a lot of businesses had difficulties. So the government actually provided lots of financial support to those businesses, unlike other countries. So of course, this is what happens when you live in Europe, in a very strong country like Germany. And this is why a lot of people wants to come to Germany, because they know that for them it's going to be the best life that they can get at the end. Now let me focus on the reason why I came to Germany. So I've stated that my possession of an Israeli passport, and by the way, this is part of the privileged countries list. So if you are in the following countries: United States, Canada, Israel, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, Japan, and South Korea, you will not have to possess a visa prior to your arrival. You can just arrive to Germany and then do the bureaucratic procedure from within. And now let's go to the fourth reason, which is my desire to learn a new language. I always had a desire to learn a new language, and that's why, by the way, I didn't choose to immigrate to an English-speaking country. I wanted to immigrate to a new country, a non-English-speaking country. And I really enjoy the process of learning the German language. I think it's one of the most beautiful languages in the world. And this was another reason why I immigrated to Germany.
Now, Erez, was it very difficult learning this new language? How long did it take you, to be able to learn the language?
So once again, that's why I'm going back to the beginning, and I'm stating know exactly what it will requires, because it will requires for you not only to relocate, to have money first, to have financial, to save some financials before. It will require from you to have difficulties due to bureaucratic procedures, and it will require for you to study, to learn a new language, if you are indeed immigrating to a non-English speaking country. So the process took me approximately 1 year and 9 months to finish all of the German levels. And even after that, I practiced. Now I speak it fluently, 100%. So it's doable, but I know I'd like once again to approach to the listeners and the viewers, because this is really important for me. Now I know that during my immigration process, I've met lots of people. I met people that came with a European passport, which was easier for them to immigrate, because if you possess a European passport, you can just work immediately. You don't have to do any bureaucratic arrangements regarding that. But I also saw people that came from third world countries, came from poverty, came from all over the world. And if they can do it, you as a viewer or listener, you can do it too. And this is something that I would like to that I would like to state. Anything is possible. And if you want to build a new life, you gotta dedicate time. You gotta have a very strong will, and you gotta understand that people have done it before. So once again, I think the number one advantage that you have right now is that you have an option. You have a window of opportunity. A window of opportunity that was never that nobody expected, because the country developed in so many different ways during the last 2 decades, that it's amazing, and
Right.
I
Now,
always say, yeah.
yes, Erez, earlier on in the discussion, you talk about the government rendering financial support to citizens, and now that's very amazing to hear. Now, talking about this Ukrainian crisis, how has Germany been able to support the refugees in this regard?
So you got to understand that in Germany, we have refugees, we have immigrants, we have people from all over the world, we have business owners, salaried employees. So it really depends. If what is your status? If you're a refugee and you are in so-called high risk, of course you have other benefits that you can receive. It really depends on that specific refugee, where he's coming from, and so on. If you are a business owner, Of course, it depends how long have you been working already in Germany as a business owner. And so I cannot tell you exactly, so each case is different. But in general, as a freelancer, as a business owner, as a salaried employee, once again, during crisis, the government is willing to help. And this is the important thing.
Right, that's very important. Now, I understand that Germany, now, okay, really, Germany is part of the European nation. So let's talk about some of the problems, right, European populations facing. And do you have any probable suggestions, to help them overcoming them? Because I know that you're a professional in this regard. Do you have any insight to share?
Yes. So first of all, I would like the viewers and listeners to ask themselves after this interview, ask themselves, where do they see their future? Because this is where it all starts. Where do you see yourself? Are you still see yourself with Nigeria? Are you see yourself married, single? Do you want to have kids? Do you still see yourself with your current surroundings? Maybe you like to live, you still want to stay in Nigeria, but you want to move to another city, and it's fine. Maybe you like to immigrate and you're not sure destination. Maybe you'd like to immigrate, but you have so many questions out there that you do not know where to start. And therefore, I would like to state that people can reach me out. My website is immigrationsecrets.net. You can find me also on LinkedIn, Erez Agam. Ask me questions. I provide free consultation. Anything that can help immigrants, because I know what it's like to be an immigrant, I'm giving away for free. Of course, I would suggest to read the book. It will give you a much better perspective about the immigration process. But if you have LinkedIn, if you want to ask anything, just send me a message. I will reply, and I'll answer any question.
Right. For your information, Erez, right, my audience spans majorly across North America, South America, Europe, Asia, and few of Africa, right? Okay. So moving on, right? Do you have any projects you have in the pipeline you'd like to share with my audience?
Yeah. So right now, I think what I would like to do is create more awareness about the topic of immigration. Because when you say immigration, actually it's a hidden topic. People don't talk about it much. People don't have enough information, and I think it's a shame because people are doing it all the time. But then again, nobody actually wrote a book. I wrote a book about it, from A to Z, how to immigrate, how to help other people who have this dream. I had a dream, and I want to help others who have the same dream. So maybe there's a person right now who's listening, and he has that dream. And this is why the book is for him. This is why the book will prepare his mindset in the right way. And this is why this book is very, very valuable to so many people, because when I published the book, it created a lot of buzz, a lot of curiosity all around the world. And people really, really want to have a change. And I always say, the fact that you were born in Nigeria and raised in Nigeria doesn't mean that you have to live there for the rest of your life. And you as an individual, you have power. You got to understand that you have power. You have the power to choose the country that you want to live in. All right. So people need to understand that they have power, because no government in the world can restrict them, or tell them, no, you're staying here. We're freedom of movement. It's a very, very valuable right that we have, and this is the message that I want to deliver right now. So if you do write the book,
that's right. Now, talking about your book, where can we access it?
So the book is available on Amazon, all of Amazon regions. You can just purchase it. If you want, you can purchase the Kindle version, the paperback, read it, enjoy it, of course. And also, if you do read it, highly appreciate it if you leave an honest review as well. And also, check out my website. As I mentioned, I put a lot of information there as well. And just remember, the fact that you're coming from Africa or from another country doesn't matter, doesn't mean anything. You know, the world is open for everyone. So, of course, it may take them more bureaucratic procedures, and for some it will be more easy. But at the end, everybody can do it. You know, it's like a marathon run. Some do it faster. For some, it will take them more time, but it's doable, and people have done it before. And just think with yourself and ask questions. Sketch your future, as I like to call it, and yeah, and visit the website once again, immigrationsecrets.net. The book is called Berlin's Immigration Secrets. You can find it on Amazon. And I wish you well.
Now, really, Erez, would it be proper? That's right. Thank you so much, Erez, for this beautiful insight. Now, I'm asking you this question now before I round up. Would it be proper to call you an immigration consultant? Now, if yes, to my question, does your company assist prospective immigrants, to migrate to Ghana?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am an immigration consultant.
That's right.
And I think I can provide the best consultation because unlike immigration lawyers, I've done the process from scratch. So I know all of the bureaucratic procedure from scratch. I know even more about everything. So just remember, I came with a suitcase. I had no smartphone when I came, no social media, basically nothing. And actually, when I've been through that journey, I know all the hidden facts that you cannot even find when you speak with an immigration lawyers, because there are a lot of hidden difficulties, and this is why it's very, very important you to read the book, because then you'll know exactly how to pivot and how to accelerate your immigration process when you come to Germany.
Right. Thank you once again, Erez Agam, right, for sharing your personal life experience with us, and also for the important information and exposure, right, about Germany, immigration, and also relocation. Really been a worthwhile time having you on the show. So I would just like you to share any parting word with my audience, if you have any.
Yeah, so once again, find me on LinkedIn, Erez Agam, book called Berlin's Immigration Secrets, the website immigrationsecrets.net. Ask me anything. I know that right now a lot of young African want to restart their life. I know that you have so many questions, but believe me, anything is possible. I saw people from all over the world: Afghanistan, North Africa, South America. So that's why I strongly. So once again, if this is your dream and you like to change your life forever, because if you are immigrating, you are going to change your life forever.
Absolutely.
Then I strongly suggest to read the book. And yeah, and of course, after you establish yourself, you realize that the immigration dream is worth any price.
Right. Good to know. I wish you all the best of luck in all your endeavors, Erez Agam.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, audience of Live Well by Omobola Stephen. I really had a worthwhile time having Erez Agam on this show. Right. If you want to catch up with any missed episodes of Live Well Lived, you can catch up on any podcast promotion platforms you pop into, or cross promotion platforms you pop into online. And I tell you, you're going to have a great time listening to the show. Perhaps you'd like to be a guest on the show. You can mail me at omobolastephen.outlook.com. I'll be looking forward to your mail. Till I come your way, be good. With all my love, I talk to you soon.